Hello, cozy creators. I am Lana from Lana Decor, and today we are bringing rustic autumn warmth straight into your kitchen. If you love copper glows, woven textures, dried oranges, and the soft flicker of candlelight, you are in the right place. Stay with me as we layer simple, budget-friendly touches that make every morning feel golden, soothing, and deliciously inviting. Ready? Grab your mug and let's begin. Morning begins with copper catching the sun, wood whispering of kitchens past. A vintage kettle rests beside layered boards, wheat, and heirloom pumpkins. The air hints of cinnamon and dovetailed joinery, a humble still life promising warmth, slowness, and first sips of comfort. Pause a moment at the island and breathe in the season. Amber bottles glow, rosemary brushes your sleeve, and a linen tag swings gently. This small gathering sets the tempo for the day, inviting gratitude, quiet conversation, and an easy rhythm that lingers well past breakfast. Let your morning choose a mug, not the other way around. Stoneware, plaid patterns, and tiny chalk tags wait like friends. Dried oranges and cinnamon tuck between hooks, releasing a soft perfume that floats through the kitchen and turns the first pour into a welcoming ritual. A wooden rack anchors the wall with simple charm. Hands reach, light schemes the grain, and familiar shapes become a daily chorus. This cozy corner collects habits and memories, reminding you that warmth lives in small gestures and that hospitality begins the moment you grab a cup. Open shelves tell the season like pages in a book. Ironstone leans beside speckled bowls, while amber bottles lift clipped maple branches. Their leaves glow against plaster, a soft flare of rust and gold that introduces breakfast to autumn and sets an unhurried, hopeful mood. Each piece has a purpose and a story. Negative space lets the arrangement breathe, highlighting handmade edges and a patient palette. It is calm but never cold, curated yet lived in, the sort of everyday beauty that quietly steadies you before the bustle of the day. Here, the window ledge becomes a gentle stage. Mini pumpkins line up beside beeswax tapers, brass warming gently in the light. A linen curtain pulls back with twine, lifting the morning like a smile, while lavender and soap lend a clean, comforting whisper to the scene. Steam drifts from the kettle and fogs the glass, softening the view to watercolor. Fingers brush porcelain, a towel dries, and time slows. This is where the day resets, simple and luminous, asking nothing but attention and rewarding it with quiet, nourishing peace. At the range, flavors wait in a wooden crate. Glass jars catch the glow. Bay leaves drape the edge like a garland. Olive wood scoops rest at the ready while thyme, sage, and star anise promise depth. Breakfast begins here, steady, fragrant, and utterly inviting. Reach for labels tied with twine and warm your hands above a simmer. Peppercorns scatter like tiny punctuation marks, writing hints of what comes next. The scene is tidy but generous, a cook's companion that turns everyday eggs and oats into something memory-worthy and comforting. Begin at the little hearth of the kitchen. A plaid thermos stands sentinel beside honey and wooden stirrers. A tiny sign whispers fresh pie. Steam curls from a waiting mug, and the air glows with the friendly promise that caffeine and kindness will arrive together. A folded scarf softens the tray, crab apples cluster like gemstones, and a petite creamer holds enough sweetness for another round. This nook is ritual made visible, a morning anchor where hands warm, shoulders drop, and the day starts gently, grounded in generosity and ease. Autumn gathers itself quietly in woven baskets. Apples polish themselves in the light, pears lean close, and shallots display papery skins like ruffles. A tartan throw spills over a bench, adding that whisper of comfort that turns a corner into a harvest welcome home. Textures do the talking here. Willow strands arch, fruit glows with natural bloom, and wood floors reflect soft stripes of sun. It is a simple system that feels abundant and kind, encouraging fresh snacks, easy cooking, and a gratitude that grows with every reach. A grapevine wreath greets the kitchen like a handshake. Dried oranges glow like tiny stained glass, wheat fans outward, and velvet ribbon deepens the color story. The pantry door, painted farmhouse green, wears its gentle scuffs proudly, inviting reach-ins, refills, and second breakfasts. At the threshold, hospitality becomes tangible. A basket of linens rests nearby. Small pumpkins cluster like punctuation. Light brushes the wreath and translates texture into welcome. Passing through becomes a little ceremony, a reminder that nourishment begins before cooking with beauty, intention, and care. Follow the braided runner as it stitches the room together. Jute fibers catch the sun in tiny halos, guiding footsteps from coffee to stove. Cabinets nod in quiet colors while a stray leaf by the baseboard smiles at the season, keeping the mood grounded and relaxed. This path is practical and poetic. It softens sound, warms bare feet, and anchors the work zone without demanding attention. Subtle details along the way whisper life lived well. A stool with a pumpkin, a towel folded just so, a floor that glows like morning toast. Take your seat where layering does the hospitality. Wooden chargers and cream plates feel generous, while plaid napkins tied with twine add a wink of ceremony. A tiny pumpkin keeps place, a brass candle pulls light, and chilled cider captures morning like sunshine in a glass. Nothing here shouts, everything welcomes. The palette is gentle, the texture's honest, and the composition intentionally intimate. Wheat in a small vase nods to the fields, while the window turns bouquet into magic. This is a nook for slow bites, longer stories, and unrushed starts. A tiered tray becomes a vertical harvest. On the lower level, crab apples tumble beside cinnamon sticks and a labeled jar of cloves. Above, a tiny enamel creamer and honey dipper stand ready. The whole arrangement reads like a cheerful market stacked into a sculpture. Morning light travels across metal edges and glass, spotlighting small treasures without clutter. The asymmetry is friendly, the scale approachable, and the mood upbeat. It is a little stage for flavor and fragrance, proof that charm can live in inches and still fill a room. Good morning, apple cider oats, the board declares with chalky confidence. A smudge near the corner and taped eucalyptus make it human, not staged. Nearby, oats and cinnamon promise warmth while an amber bottle glints softly, turning a countertop into a welcoming breakfast announcement. This sign recenters the day. It is inspiration without pressure, a nudge towards simple nourishment made special by attention. The handwriting feels personal, the textures feel real. Together they set a tone of ease, reminding everyone that home is the coziest kind of cafe. Along the sill, lanterns stand like small guardians of morning. Pillar candles rise at different heights while acorns and pine cones gather at their bases. The sun filters through glass, striking wax, and throws reflections that flicker gently as if the window itself were breathing. The composition balances light and shadow with quiet confidence. Matte black frames hold the glow, linen softens the edges, and outside, autumn blurs to gold. It is a simple ritual to light them, a tender way to greet the day and send kindness into the room. A gallery of cutting boards leans in layered harmony. Maple, walnut, and reclaimed slabs overlap, knife marks mapping family recipes. Garlic and a tiny gourd wait at the base, while linen adds softness. Morning paints golden lines along edges, deepening grain and deepening calm. This backdrop does more than decorate. It studies the room, warms the palate, and invites cooking with confidence. Shapes and species create rhythm. Patina gives history. It is the quiet art of a working kitchen, always ready, always welcoming, always grounded in wood and use. Beneath the console, a wooden crate keeps comfort close. Rolled linen towels and striped tea cloths are packed like scrolls. A folded wool throw promises extra warmth. A sprig of wheat and a swinging tag add care, turning storage into a small moment of welcome. The scene feels human and helpful. Handles show wear from many mornings, fabrics reveal weave in the grazing light, and the surrounding floor frames the crate like a familiar friend. Practicality and tenderness meet here, making everyday cleanup feel considered and every reach feel appreciated. Across the range hood, a garland of dried oranges and cedar makes quiet music. Discs glow when morning finds them, while feathery greens keep everything fresh. Twine knots stay visible, celebrating the handmade spirit that keeps a kitchen feeling honest, loved, and wonderfully alive. Below, stoneware lines the shelf and a brass mill waits patiently. The composition is horizontal, rhythmic, and restful, like sunlight stretched thin. Fragrance lingers in the air, subtle but certain, reminding you that decoration can also be a gentle invitation to breathe deeper. A long dough bowl gathers the season at the table. Pine cones, pears, and wheat settle together, while tiny tea lights hide like fireflies. The wood shows its history in soft dents and grain, and a linen runner adds the comfortable rumple of real life and real meal. As the sun leans in, highlights chase along fruit and straw. This centerpiece does not shout, it hums, supplying warmth the way bread warms a room. It sets a generous tone for breakfasts and quiet chats, a steady heart for a kitchen that loves mornings. High on the shelf, warm white lights weave through Grapevine, sketching constellations above copper pans and stacked stoneware. The glow mingles with early sun, filling corners with a soft halo. It is a simple touch that shifts the room from sleepy to serene in one breath. Tiny bulbs, slender wire, and natural twists create a delicate rhythm. Negative space keeps everything airy, while subtle reflections add depth. The effect is celebratory without noise, turning routine tasks into little ceremonies and letting every new day arrive wrapped in gentle, golden light. Thanks for spending your morning with me. Today we leaned into copper shine, woven baskets, candlelight, dried citrus, and simple layers that make kitchens glow without fuss. If these ideas warmed your heart and sparked inspiration, please tap like, subscribe to Lana Decor, and ring the bell. I would love to hear your favorite moment or tip in the comments, and I will see you in the next cozy episode.